Hi guys, it's Chris and Jill from DisArt here with Tom Clinton, the exhibition coordinator for Site Lab. We're looking at your site. Looks great, man. Looks really good.
We're pretty excited. We're days away.
Yeah. So what's the theme this year? What are you guys working on?
So what we have is about a 3-acre parcel that is owned by Habitat for Humanity. They're going to redevelop this as a neighborhood in 2017, and they're letting us use it in the meantime. So what we have are a number of structures, about half a dozen residences, an old church, a body shop, the church rectory, the church school, and we're using all of those buildings as the starting point for artist projects. And in most cases, an artist has an entire structure to work with.
Awesome. Well, obviously, DisArt is interested in letting everybody know that how to get out here. It's an accessible site. You want to talk a little bit about how you guys have dealt with some accessibility? I know there's some creativity involved, and that's really awesome. There
always is, because these are temporary projects, and so sometimes it's just cost prohibitive. For example, to put in an elevator or something like that. So what we try and do as much as possible is figure out a strategy where as many people as possible can either enter the building. So in some cases we built ramps into buildings, and in some cases come up with different solutions. So for example, where we are right now, there actually was a fence here that was about a 4-foot fence, and we took it down in part because it creates all these vantage points where the public can look into this house, and there are going to be occasionally dance performances taking place inside the house. And while we don't have a ramp to allow someone in a wheelchair to actually get into the house, we still wanted to create viewing locations.
Some sightlines, sure.
So that's what we created here by removing the fence. And in the process, there's a piece in this house as well, which we'd always intended could be viewed from the driveway, sort of looking into the piece. But actually, the better view is from the lower driveway, because you're actually down lower. You can see even further up into the house. So we're actually trying to use these tiered driveways as a way of creating vantage points.
And it sounded like you'll have obviously people on site that can sort of help people do some of that wayfinding.
Exactly. There are a few things that we're doing. One, we've actually got some special signage that points out better routes for somebody in a wheelchair, because a lot of the public will enter across a lawn back here, and it's not particularly wheelchair friendly. And so we were sort of worried that if somebody in a wheelchair got up there, they would realize I can't get through here. So we have some signage there to point out that there's an alternate route that involves city sidewalks that you can get in. And our volunteers are just generally trained to identify people in wheelchairs and to engage them and point out that, for example, there are some pieces in the body shop. The main entrance you couldn't negotiate in a wheelchair, but we can very easily pop open a garage door and let somebody in.
So flexibility is the name of the game.
Flexibility is the name of the game.
The site looks very traversable by a bunch of different types of disabled folks. I mean, I think people with visual impairments. There's a lot of sidewalks around, and it looks like the paths are pretty clear.
Pretty clear, yeah. In most instances, with most pieces, you'll be on either a driveway or a sidewalk that will get you to the building. So that part of it, I think we should be pretty good shape with that.
Fantastic.
What I also like is that there's a lot of things to see. So once you get out here, it's not just a one.
Oh no, there are a dozen.
Project.
There's a dozen pieces.
Yeah, so this is a destination.
Oh yeah, this is a destination. We're going to have and most nights we'll have a bar. We're going to have food trucks. So the idea is that people can come down and hang out.
And hang out for a while, Yeah, because if people take a bus down here or take the accessible transportation from the ArtPrize hub, they may think, well, if I get there, there's like 10 minutes of stuff to do, but really it's an hour and a half of really good walking around and taking a look at stuff.
We hope so. Yeah, there'll be a lot of live performances. There are 5 different dance companies that are going to be operating out of this building next door. And so if you time it right and come when there are live performances, there's really a lot of time that you can spend here.
Awesome. Well, thanks a lot for all your work, man. It's really fantastic.
You bet.
All right.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, thanks.